everybody, welcome back. It's Benjamin Avery and we're back again with another video. So as you know, right now everybody's being quarantined, and what does that mean? People can't get their hair done, they can't get their hair cut, so they're taking it upon themselves to do it at home. So I was like, let's get on YouTube and see what people are doing. How are they getting through this? And then I stumbled on some crazy videos of people messing their hair up, and this girl's hair is wow. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
This is a crisis for sure. Yep, this is a crisis. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be bleaching and dyeing my hair. The color that I have chosen is this color by Arctic Fox. This is Orange.
So Arctic Fox is a really good semi-permanent color that you can buy from Sally's. I use it a lot in the salon. I love it. They have a lot of selections. So since she's using this is already telling me that she's going to pre-lighten her hair and deposit that in, and let's see how it goes.
First, I have to obviously bleach my hair. So I got my L'Oreal Blue. This is what or the Quick Blue. This is what I used last time. It just looks like this, if anybody's curious. And then I got my 30 volume developer. So I already made my mixture. It's right here. I'm literally just gonna get into it because I'm so excited. I got my bleach mixture right here.
Wow, so by looking at that mixture, I can tell already it's super thick. Another thing about powder lightener is it doesn't spread as well and it gets really clumpy, and you get like a lot of dry pockets in there. I preferably like to use like a cream or an oil lightener on damp hair that hasn't been washed but still dirty. That way you get a nicer spread.
You can't stand the smell of it. It like burns my eyes. Literally just going to get into it.
So she has a lot of hair, and I can also tell just by looking at it, she's like a level 5.5 on her new growth area, and her ends are really dark, which tells me that her hair is porous and that it's soaked up the color that she had previously. So her ends are about like a 3-4. Her new growth is like a 5-ish, and so this is already can tell this is going to be kind of hard for her to do by herself.
Bleached in a long time since the video that like actually like blew up and everything. You probably can see the green still in my hair. Honestly, maybe even the purple too. It's a huge cluster now.
I totally agree with her on that. Anytime it looks green like that, it's because somebody dyed their hair dark and they didn't fill it, which means you need to put back the pigment that you took out, which is like the red and the gold and the brown. She probably had it really light and then just dyed over it, and then so it's very opaque and there's like a greenish cast to it.
Okay.
I like that she's smart enough to color the ends first and not put it directly on her new growth. She's going in there and she's starting off where it's darker, so that's good.
I think it, I don't know. I think I need more, what do you call it, developer.
Told you, that liner was way too thick. It's not spreading, and it looks very chalky, and it's going to be very hard for that hair to lift.
Actually, I don't think that.
Don't do it, girl. Put some more developer, please.
I think I'm good. I am going to use a brush this time. One strand done. You can see the green coming out really strong right now. It looks so funny.
What I would have done differently is I would have done the ends first and then went back and did the new growth.
I think I'm off to an okay start. I hope. Let me do the bottom.
I'm just not happy with that consistency of that liner. It is so thick, and when it's really thick like that, it makes it hard for it to penetrate to the cuticle and get an even lift.
I don't want to bore you guys to death.
Just kidding.
This is not going well.
Totally.
I'm really actually trying to do really well, but clearly underneath I'm not doing that well.
And that's because her liner is too thick.
I just really wanted to dye my hair again. Forgot how much fun it was.
And fun to watch.
I think this is the color I'm going for. I'm confused. So this is what my hair is looking like, guys.
Oh my god. If you look at her hair, She's like super gold at her new growth, like a level 8, 9.3, 8.3, 8G, 9G, and her ends are like a pastel, light mint, mossy kind of green.
I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to cut it off.
Oh my god, look at her brush. There is so much hair in that brush. Ah! She's cutting it herself, and on top of that, she's using paper scissors. Regular scissors, not like hair cutting scissors.
Oh shit, there's no going back.
Obviously.
This is a crisis, for sure. Yep. This is a crisis. I just feel like that shouldn't happen. I haven't even addressed this. I'm blonde up top, and like...
I've already addressed it for you, honey. Don't worry.
Okay. Honestly, not bad. I want to go shorter, but...
I like how she's like posing and making like her picture face.
I'm scared. That felt pretty good.
Did that hurt y'all just as much as it hurt me right now? Okay, so the next step after this would be, if she came to me in my salon, I would tell her she didn't have a lot of options, honestly. It would be really hard to get that green out, and I don't think putting more lightener on top of it would help. We would have to see if we could cancel it out, and the only thing that cancels out green is like red. She would have to do like a pinkish, lightish red to maybe cancel that out to see if it could go blonde, maybe like a beige or something, and then do the root lighter, the new growth area lighter to kind of match, and then see if we can blend it all together. Otherwise, I would tell her honestly to just color her whole head. Her whole head should be colored green, or maybe do like a greenish, like a dark green going into a light green, and just, that's probably what I would recommend is if she did a darker green going into a light green, or like a shadow root into a light green or something.
I made the decision, now that my hair is gone, to continue and dyeing my hair orange.
So she's gonna put orange on top of that. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Two things before you guys come at me. One, I looked it up and it says, obviously it's not the best to do your hair wet, but it's literally okay.
Okay, so there's a lot of myths that come with this. Depending on what you're doing and how porous your hair is, you can put it on damp hair. But with direct dyes, semi-permanent, demi-permanent, if there's a lot of water inside the cuticle, inside the hair, then it's not gonna make room for, it's not gonna have any room for the color to actually penetrate and to soak up. So that means it's not gonna grab well. So technically you wanna put this on when it's dry, just so it can grab really good and soak up the semi. If this was a different color, obviously you would adjust according to the hair's porosity and what you were putting in.
Okay, I just put the orange in. I don't know what the from here on out because the bottom's teal. I want to say maybe when it's...
So her roots are like super orange, super bright, and her ends are still green.
I just went to Sally's Beauty, it's the next day, and this is... God, my God. This is what I'm working with right now.
Wow. What's up with everybody trying to go for that Billie Eilish look? Except this is like orange going into green. If she did this purposely and like, you know, try to make it look cute, I don't think it would look bad. Looks like a real fun creamsicle, like an ice cream bomb pop or something.
It's a lot shorter because I chopped it all off, and I did cut it very well, I will say that though. So I went to the store, I went to Sally's right now, and I picked up these two to mix together because I saw somebody on YouTube do it. So
let's see what happens.
This obviously wasn't what I was going for, but we can fix it.
Let's see what happens. I'm kind of excited to see what she does.
This is the mixture. It looks so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm more than excited for this. My hair just looks so funny.
So the blue, she's using the Bleaching, baby. That's gonna help cancel out a lot of the orange. And then whatever's left is gonna be deposited. It's gonna be the green. So this should give her like an even tone. Let's see.
I'm just gonna start. This is the color I'm working with and it's so pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh shit, this is gonna look so good. Wait. My hair hates me though. Alright.
That looks so much better. It looks like it's grabbing really well too.
I love this color. This is so pretty.
Let's fast forward a little bit and see. I'm kind of anxious to see what's gonna happen, so. Wow.
Hi guys, so I am
What a big difference.
done doing my hair. I'm back.
That looks really
so
good.
This is what my hair looks
It's
like.
giving me like some Wizard of Oz Emerald City vibes.
Surprise.
And she has her makeup on. Okay, I ain't mad at her. That looks really, really good. The only thing I would do, honestly, is just do a shadow root on there. Maybe like a level 4 on the top. Just blend it down a little bit. I think that'll look really good. This looks really nice on her.
If it's kind of far away, it looks a little bit darker.
I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10, honestly, for her doing it by herself. It doesn't look bad. All she really needs to do is redo the root area, or maybe do like a dark blue or something going into the green. I think that'll look really nice, and it goes with her eyes. So as you heard in the video, she is quarantined. There's no school, so y'all just be really careful out there dyeing your hair, because everything will open up eventually, and color corrections are really expensive in the salon. So just kind of be careful what y'all choose to do at home, because your hairdresser is gonna be really shocked when you walk in and he sees what you did, he or she sees what you did to your hair, and you're gonna have a pretty big bill on your hands. So just be really careful. Again, thank you for tuning in. This is Benjamin Avery, and this is another reaction video of mine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that green bell so you can get all notifications. Have a good day.